Hello, this is Mark from 2dogrc, showing you the Diatone GT2 2017 200. This is the new release from Diatone. They took and improved on some of the things from the previous model and came out with this one. Again, you've got the very thick standard Diatone frame here. We've been selling the other ones for over a year now, and I think we've replaced 2 frames that broke. Again, here you can see they've got the low profile for your flight controller and PDB. We do have the high if you want to build your own and put more stuff in there, or add stuff like the run cam split. You would need the higher one of these. Now this is one of the changes from last year. Now we've got little screws instead of just little pins there. You've got your HS1177 camera, still standard there. The parts here on this top frame are not compatible with the parts in the old frame. However, if you take this whole top cage off and put an old cage on there, that would work. But these are different. So if you have an old GT2 and you need these parts, you can order the new parts. Just make sure you order the whole assembly here. We've got 4-speed controllers. These are the 302 XD, which means they do BLHES. And you can do D-Shot on these as well. No capacitors required, D-Shot 600. They also come with this nice aluminum ESC protector. That'll protect your ESCs from getting hit from a bent prop or other damage. The motors here are 2306, 2450 kV. It's about perfect. It's a little lower kV, so you won't melt your batteries by pulling too much current with big props on it. And smaller props, you'll get a good acceleration on them. These are custom wound for Diatone with the silver winding in there. Okay, as you can see here, these motors look like what's that white thing, and it's that blue. Well, what Diatone's done is incorporated a soft mount system. So you've got this little rubber pallet that goes over where the motor mounts, these 4 holes. This goes over that, and then the motor bolts onto that. So it soft mounts the motor to help with vibration. Also, the flight controller has these little gummies in the corner to soft mount the flight controller. So you've really got a lot of protection against vibration. Plus, this frame is very thick. On my GT2, the previous version, I've done some spectral analysis on the vibration, and it's probably one of the least noisy frames I have, and I've got a lot. So that will help there. Also, you can see this thing is stiff, so you're not going to get a lot of vibration coming through there. We've got the SP2 VTX in here. It's adjustable 25, 200 and off. It also comes with the little Amway antenna. Now it's an SP2 because the new flight control board that we have is the Fury F3, and the Fury F3 comes with the Betaflight OSD, so you don't need an OSD in there. Also on the Betaflight or the Fury F3 board, there's a current sensor, so it's a PDB and flight controller all in one, and you can get the current that's actually being drawn by your battery to display on the OSD. No more do you have to guess at your volts. Oh, do I have to land at 14 whatever volts or whatever? No, you can just look at your on-screen display, say I've used 1000 milliamps out of 1500, it's time to come home. Real nice feature. The battery plate has been modified slightly, so the battery plate will not fit the old model. This one is mounted right into the standoff instead of into the flight controller, so that is a modification on this frame. Also, if you want to reduce the load, because it is connected right to the tabs, maybe zip tie this to the side here so that if there's battery gets flung out, it's not going to pull right off the board. So also in the package, you're going to get some battery straps, your instructions. Don't lose these because this has all your wiring diagrams on it, especially for your VTXs. See right there. Now it's an SP2, so you won't have this piece on the board, but this is the same. It's also got the channel layout. And then here's your Fury F3. The only thing I like to note on this, Diatone put the wrong firmware. You should when you flash it, it's the Fury F3 Betaflight. Don't choose Racing F3, that's not the right one. You want the Fury F3 OSD. And right now the Betaflight firmware is on the Diatone website, on our website. So that's where you can get that. Don't select it from the menu. And then you also get a bag of extra wire connectors. There's your buzzer. And this is another piece. that I'll make a separate video on because it's pretty important. This piece right here is a 3.3 regulator, so it's going to drop down 5 volts to 3.3 for the Spectrum guys. So we've got positive, negative, and then S-bus or PPM signal wire right here, and then out is going to be 3.3 volts. However, I believe this one is wired backwards, so you have to pop the wires out and re-put them back in. So I'll make a video on that, showing how to do that. You can also, the output's 5 volts right off of here, but there is a tab if you want to unhook everything. You can change that to 3.3 volts to come off of there as well. As we provided 2 options to do that. Then here's your OSD programming card cable for your camera. That's to change the settings in the HS1177. And then here's a whole bunch of extra parts. You got screws, bolts, standoffs, gummies, little rubber spacers for the bottom of the SP2. So it comes with a lot of stuff. It also comes with the Gem Fan 5152s, black props. That is going to give you a lot of power. If you feel you're just going way too fast for your style of flying, then maybe drop down to some Cyclone 50 two-bladed props. No reason to change to a different battery. Just take the prop down a little bit. Well, if you like this and you want to pick one up, come visit us at 2dogrc. Not only do we sell these, but we help design them and we support them as well. We know how to rebuild it. We can walk you through stuff, and I'll have a whole bunch of videos on the setup on this. So thank you.